What is good, my bees? I am here about to do something that I've wanted to do for a very, very long time, and I don't have the proper technology to do it. Capture cards don't exist for the Game Boy Advance SP, which is in my hand right now, so that's a bit of a problem. But anyway, let's see what we've got in the good old cartridge slot. None other than... Wait. It's really good, I promise. It's really good. It's Game Freak. I wonder what it could be. Oh! Dude. I showed her. And with that, we see that even the developers chose Charmander. Welcome to my very first Let's Play, this time being Pokémon Silver version. I would do Gold version, but I don't have that one, so that's a bit of a problem. They're both really good games, so let's get started. New game. Alright, very meaningful dialogue so far. Zzz. What? You woke me up. Will you check the clock for me? What time is it? That is a good question. I believe it's 2 o'clock-ish. That'll be fine. Yep, that'll work. How many minutes? 12. Why not? I'm not really sure, so... Day 212, or 212. Yikes, I overslept. Hello, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokémon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokémon Professor. This world is inhabited by creatures that we call Pokémon. People and Pokémon live together by supporting each other. Funny that the first one he shows us is a Peekaboo. Confirmed. Some people play with Pokémon, some battle with them. We don't know everything about Pokémon yet. There are still many mysteries to solve. That's why I study Pokémon every day. Now, what did you say your name was? That's a good question. What is my name? Alright, there we go. There we go. James, just gonna use my normal name. James, are you ready? Your very own Pokémon story is about to unfold. You'll face fun times and tough challenges. A world of dreams and adventures. With Pokémon awaits. Let's go. I'll be seeing you later. Alright, so here we are, finally getting control of our character. So first I'm gonna... Options, text speed to fast. Battle style, sound, print. Ooh, that's way back when the Game Boy printer was a thing. Let's see what frames we got. Nothing too fancy, but I respect it. Innovation. This one's nice and simple. I got the dots there, I like it. And, alright. Looks like we're ready to begin our Pokemon adventure. So, as most of you probably noticed, there's a little red line in the middle of my Game Boy Advance. It, just sort of appeared there one day. I turned it on to play Pokemon Fire Red, which I can't find right now, and I'm very angry. So, that's the story behind that. It's just old. We've had it since it came out, so I don't know. Works perfectly fine still. No, I am not using a capture card. The things you see in the background are my betting, like That's just the rail to my bed and my Pac-Man Snuggie. And every time I cut out, it's usually because what I'm recording with tipped over, because I'm just using a makeshift stand with my phone. I know that sounds pretty lame, and it is, but this is just something I wanted to do for a really long time, and I don't know, I just think it's really cool that I'm finally able to do it. So without further ado, let's step downstairs and... Oh, James, our neighbor, Professor Elm, was looking for you. I saw you set the text speed to fast. He said he wanted you to do something for him. Oh, I almost forgot. Your Pokemon gear is back from the repair shop. Here you go. James received Poke Gear. I was right. Why is it called Pokemon Gear? And the new ones, they don't... whatever. Pokemon Gear or just Poke Gear. It's essential if you want to be a good trainer. Oh, the day of the week isn't set. You mustn't forget that. What day is it? That's a good question. I think it's Tuesday. Tuesday, is it? Yes, it is. Is it daylight savings time? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Sure, 2:16 p.m. on Tuesday. Come home to adjust your clock for daylight savings time. By the way, do you know how to use the phone? Yes, I do. And now she's going to tell me, don't you just turn the Poke Gear on and select the phone icon? Phone numbers are stored in memory. Just choose a name you want to call. Gee, isn't that convenient? I'd say, Mom. I'd say. Well, not really. Let's see. Text speed slow. I wish I was paying attention. Darn. Fast. Alright, there we go. Let's step out of our house and, the big, bright, blue bear house. Now, who's this guy? What up, B? So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Oh, sorry, guy. I was trying to be friendly. Well, let's head in. James, there you are. I needed to ask you a favor. I have an acquaintance called Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It is intriguing, but we're busy with our Pokemon research. Could you look into it for us? I'll give you a Pokemon for a partner. They're all rare Pokemon that we just found. Go on, pick one. Alright, so our options are Cyndaquil. You'll take Cyndaquil, the fire Pokemon? Don't know yet. Think it over carefully, your partner is important. Who do we have here? Totodile, the grass type. I do not yet. Think it over carefully, your partner is important. And right here, we have the third option. The wrapper from the snack Professor Elm ate. That sounds really good. At least better than our third option, Chikorita, the grass type Pokemon. That's just an opinion. I personally am just not a huge fan of most tanky Pokemon. Some I like oh, I won't give it away because I'm planning on actually using a certain tanky Pokemon for my team, but it's actually that's actually the only one I plan for my team, though the rest I don't know yet. Well, I am going to be choosing, drumroll please, ticka 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 ticka, Cyndaquil. That was really dramatic. You'll take Cyndaquil, the fire Pokemon. Yes. I think that's a great Pokemon too. James received Cyndaquil. Give a nickname to Cyndaquil? I think I will. What do I want to name Cyndaquil? Boozer! This is gonna be my Cyndaquil's name. Why not, right? Why not? Boozer the Cyndaquil. Let's see here, end it. It's probably gonna be the nickname for all my Pokemon, just broken Smash Bros names. Doesn't even have to be Smash Bros. Mr. Pokemon lives near Cherry Grove, the next city. It's almost a direct route to there. If your Pokemon is hurt, you should heal it with this machine. Oh, here's my phone number. Call me if something comes up. Old men should not be giving me their phone number. The joke that was never made. Oh, hello. James, I want you to have this for your errand. James received potion. One potion? Not bad. James put the potion in the item pocket. There are only two of us, so we're always busy. Glad they broke the fourth wall. Let's take a look at it. Pack. Yep, one potion. That's pretty good. Oh, speaking of a potion, I'm sure there are some of you yelling at me internally right now, but nope, I just remembered. It's practically Pokemon tradition. There's... Never mind. Thought there was a potion in there. Now you guys are yelling at me. What was Professor Elm's errand? That does sound challenging, but you should be proud that people rely on you. I guess. I can't believe... God. I really thought there was a potion. Oops. I really thought there was a potion. I'm sorry, I love the Route 1 theme. Or, this isn't Route 1, it's what, 29? Let's check this sign. Route 29, Cherry Grove City to Newbark Town. I'm sorry, the music in this game is so catchy, it still holds up today, even though it's 8-bit. And our first wild encounter. Even people who aren't familiar with the Pokemon series should know this stuff. It's pretty basic. Walk through the grass, Pokemon might appear, and you beat them up. Those are the basics. Because there are going to be painstaking tutorials that teach you about it later, so I don't need to say much more on it. Well, okay, to be fair, this game doesn't really have painstaking tutorials. But oh my gosh, X and Y was not very good about tutorials. I mean, as a game, it's great, but tutorials it was just really bad about. And then, oh god, Sun and Moon is... Why? They act like we're 3 in Sun and Moon. Oh! I was smart enough to go out and buy my DS and buy the game and... Oh, whatever. Let's take out this Pidgey. On the beginning route, you're not going to find very many Pokemon. Like, you're only going to find basic Pokemon. You'll find stuff like Pidgey, Rattata, Sentret, and I think Hoot Hoot you can find. And, I would like go into super deep detail about them, but it's been done a million times before. Like, I don't know, Chugga does bios for almost every Pokemon he encounters, for example, and I'd like to do something like that, but it's already been done, and I don't want to be a ripoff. So, oh, Cyndaquil was holding a berry. Okay, that was something introduced new in Gen 2 from Gen 1. Pokemon holding berries. Anyway, when we get to the wild encounters on each route, rather than go into full detail about each Pokemon, I'll just give like a brief summary about them and say, these are their uses, these are what they're not good for. I'm gonna have to heal up Cyndaquil here. Alright, I'm gonna say what they're good for, like their strengths, their weaknesses, their type, and probably my personal rating out of 10. Yeah, that would work. So that's how I'm gonna do it on each route. So first, we ran into a Pidgey first, so, oh, and there you go, Boozer grew to level 6. Every time that experience bar gets to the top, your Pokemon will go up a level, and sometimes you'll learn new moves and even change form. But you probably knew that. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So, the Pokemon. First, Pidgey. Pidgey, I think, it's a normal flying type. I used it on my very first time playing Pokemon, which was Pokemon Fire Red. Served me pretty well, except it was only like level 29 as an evolved form, because all I used was my Charizard. Had a Charizard before I fought the second gym leader, excuse me. Oh. And we're going into another battle. Dum, 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 dum. Speak of the devil, it's another Pidgey. So, yeah, Pidgey's a normal flying type. I mean, it doesn't have any super outstanding strength. It has good attack and it has good speed, but it doesn't have any, you know, super awful weaknesses either, except maybe its special defense. Also its special attack, but I mean, you don't really need to have one attack if you have the other. So I personally wouldn't consider having one attack way better than the other a weakness. And Boozer goes up to level 7. So Pidgey's a pretty solid choice and isn't a bad addition to anybody's team. I'd probably give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Next up, we have Rattata. Rattata's somewhere around here. We saw it earlier. Let's see if I can find it. Come on. Dum 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 dum. And it's a Pidgey. Okay, well, I'll talk about Rattata anyway. Rattata has a bit of a reputation throughout the Pokemon community for not being too good. While I somewhat agree with it, I think that Rattata is not as bad as people say it is. Like, using it early game isn't such a bad idea, because it gets pretty high attack for that point in the game. But the problem is, it, like, caps early. Like, it stops gaining attack how it was, so everything just starts beating it. And then it's fast, but it can't take a hit for Jack. So, you're honestly just way better off. If you do end up using it, you're way better off using something else later, but if you want to use it for early game, it's not too bad. I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Next, you can find a Pokemon called Sentret on that route. There's a Pokemon Center, just so you know. You heal your Pokemon here, like she's saying. It's not a painstaking tutorial like in the new ones. You can just walk in and say, hey, heal my Pokemon, and she'll say, sure. That's the end of the stinking exchange. But, anyway. So, Sentret. I have a bit of a soft spot for Sentret. It's similar to Rattata, but rather than having a high attack, it's a bit more bulky. Like, it has high HP. And, I think it's a really fun Pokemon. And, I like using it early game, and if you don't end up using it, once it evolves, it's a pretty good HM slave. HMs we'll get into later, but I don't know. I just always liked Sentret and its evolved form. And, speak of the devil, here it is. And, oh, I can't catch anything yet, but, yeah, I think I'll catch a Sentret and just use it for a little while. Not too long, but a decent amount of time, just because, like I said, I like Sentret and its evolved form, and I just think it's cool, but I'll probably end up replacing it, but once I'm done using it on my team, it'll be a pretty good HM slave, you know? Alright, Sentret fainted. Boozer gained 24 experience. And I didn't say it earlier, so take 2, Route 29, Cherry Grove City to New Barktown. Take 2. Welcome to Cherry Grove City. Here we are. Professor Elm said that Mr. Pokemon didn't live too far off from Cherry Grove City. Like, presumably up there, because that's the only way out of town you'll find if you look around. Yeah. I don't think there's too much left to do for now. I thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you much.